All right. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome into week 15. This is the Hashmark Show right here on Hashmark Sports, the official show of Hashmark Sports. Yes, it is gambling, NFL, and fun. I feel so bad. Wricky Knotz, he was on the line. Literally, I went inside. I laid down with the 4-year-old, and then boom. So I need to send a shout out to Mr. Wricky Knotz. Thank you for putting 2 nights, yesterday and tonight, aside for doing the show. And then, of course, we didn't really get to finish yet. So that's my bad. But Ricky Fontaine and CI had the week off. So it was just myself and Mr. Knotz. And, of course, Jimmy the Book. Jimmy the Book's going to be joining the Hashmark Sports Network here as a participant. We don't know how much he's going to have, affiliation with us on a daily basis, but he'll definitely be part of, again, Hashmark Sports. Again, this is a book with, I don't know. It's got a lot of players. So we got Jimmy the Book. Great guy. He joined me and Knotz here about, I don't know, an hour and a half ago. I mean, I kid you not. I was up doing the show. I had to go in for a quick break to help the kid go to bed, and I passed out. So, again, I feel terrible about it. Again, we did cover the primetime games. And then as we go into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, even Saturday. And we're going to go over to all those games. There's so many games this weekend, and that's why we did what we wanted to do, right? We planned it out perfectly, John. So without further ado, here is Jimmy the Book, Wricky Knotz, and myself discussing all the primetime games, starting with Saturday. That's New England and the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. That line sitting at 2.5. Without further ado, we introduce you to Jimmy the Book right here on Hashmark Sports and Hashmark Sports Show. We didn't release a mortal lock tonight, but he said our mortal lock should have been NC State money line. Did they win or no?
No, they got beat.
Okay.
Richmond. Yeah, Richmond beat them outright.
Richmond was playing. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Richmond beat them outright.
So I didn't play it because I had the a little VIP, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, I sent you. I send you text. I like to send people texts early because that way after the game they'll be like, "Yeah, it's easy to pick them after the game." But I send them to, I send them to you or even my boy Runner Up. They get them a few minutes after the game starts. So I mean, like in my VIP in the last, I guess we're talking 4 days of like 9-2 or 3 or something like that. I mean, we're way ahead of the game. Even my free picks are winning.
So
get them.
So I guess we could just go. We'll just go right into it. Let's welcome into the program, Jimmy the Book. He's out on the farmland. He's hanging out. We're just talking about his VIP. Jimmy, why don't you give a quick intro, who you are, high level, and then what you got going on for sale right now?
Yeah, I got my since bowl season started, so I got a package for bowl season. $70 for all the bowl games, right? For every bowl game. And it's guaranteed. It's like, if we don't win, I give your money back. I'm not spending on, like I said, on cocaine and hoes, I'll give you your $70 back.
You spend the money you win on that, right?
Yeah. That's only on winning. But no, it's
you don't need to be guaranteed for that.
Well, and
that's the money off the book.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, that's always a good business too, man. I like I think my players now, all of them getting a $200 Christmas bonus free roll. You know what I mean? So you're talking about a lot of players getting $200.
Hey,
bonuses.
It's the holidays, and there's not a lot of that going on locally. I'll tell you that. There's not a lot of no juice post to Super Bowl. There's not a lot of double your bonus. There's not a lot of that out there.
No, man. I got a lot of good clients. So that's the thing. I kind of weeded out over all these years. Weeded out all the badass, ones that want to stiff you. I don't know if we can cuss. I'm sorry.
You can 100% cuss at all times.
But you know,
if you don't cuss, OG, then we might have to reevaluate.
We might have to reevaluate.
Well, I know one thing. I'm not near as smart as you guys. You know, with all the, I love y'all's content, man. With all the pictures and especially you, Dave. Man, that shit is funny about your wife at 6 this morning, 4 this morning, or whatever it was.
Bro,
that's awesome, man.
That was not good.
And my boy running up, I love his content. I always has from day one. I follow him all the time. What is the other one?
Touche.
There's you got Fontaine, who he occasionally he'll post like a couple Coors Lights and like a garbage can. He'll get like 2,000 views, and then Ireland he doesn't post at all.
Oh, I like Fontaine. It's sucker funny. Even before I kind of got in, you know, talking to y'all, I was watching him. He was hilarious, man. When he does post, it's freaking crazy.
Yeah, you know, he owns on the Hashmark show. He owns on the TikTok. He owns like the largest viewed. He had a parlay, got like 76,000 views. Now this was when the algorithm was a little bit different, so a lot of people were viewing just anything. You know, now that probably wouldn't be the same thing, but yeah, it's kind of funny. He had a fucking parlay on like the third TikTok video he did, which really set us off. He probably got us our first, 1,500 fans.
Yeah, and I've been following his parlays ever since.
And I told him, I watch him. That's what I told him. So I wish he was here this week. He's not. He's got the week off. But I said, you got to understand this. You should do a parlay every week, because even if it doesn't win, people will start fading you, and that's okay. You're still a winner. You know?
Yeah, no matter what, and you get followers.
You actually
people watching
when you post stuff that doesn't win, that's where you get followers, and it's funny. But
the haters, yeah. When you're not winning, oh man, they all over you.
Where's CI at? DJ CI ain't coming in tonight.
No, CI, he's got the week off too. Unfortunately, he was still under the weather, sick. So we talked about it earlier with a lot of these NFL games being canceled to COVID and things. My sister just had COVID. Chris just had COVID. I think he's waiting to get another test. So he's laying low this week. So Rick already had the week off. So that's why, it's good that we got Jimmy jumping in for us with the primetime game. So before we get more into Jimmy here, real quick, Knotz, what do you got going on for sale? I know you got some stuff going on as well.
I got a nice 10-pack up at www.runitupsportsbets.com. Honestly, though, as I tell everybody, if you want to get my week, you got to get it on Sunday night, because every line except for one of them has moved and the value's not there anymore. But I'll probably be pulling the trigger on a few more plays come Sunday. But yeah, www.runitupsportsbets.com. Go get a month, go get a week, go get the full season, whatever you want to do.
I send a lot of people your way to that website once you told me that too, because I think they all have to have options too. I'm not money hungry. People like you, I like for my people to follow. I tell them all the time. There's a couple good captains I tell my players, hey man, watch this dude too. He'll throw you a couple bones.
So I appreciate that, OG. I appreciate it, man.
Unless you meet people face to face, right? Or you know him, it's hard. Especially, on TikTok, man, it's a lot of fakes and scams out there. Last night was a good game. It could have went either way. It could have went either way. I still want
to throw up about last night.
Well, the Chargers should have won. I think the Chargers was the right side, because they sure messed around down there in the red zone way too many times.
Well, the only time I respect every time they did it, I think it was the right call. The only one that I disagreed with was when it was right before halftime.
Oh, yeah.
I think in that situation, you have to kick the field goal, because, I get it. Going for it on fourth down when, when you got them pinned down like in their own 10, that I like that call. And especially when you're playing KC, you got to put up box checks. You can't.
Dude,
you ain't gonna beat KC with field goals.
That game was a fucking joke.
But the one that I disagreed with was right before halftime. And KC didn't have any time left anyway. You kick a field goal there, make it a one-score game.
Yeah, when it gets down close to halftime, you gotta take the points. I get
that was a bad call. Yeah. But all the other ones, I stand behind the decision. I think it was a good decision. But hey,
all right,
it's what it is.
All right, sorry about that, guys. My kid ran out here. All right, Jimmy, let's get into Jimmy the book real quick. We're excited to have you on here, Jimmy.
Appreciate it.
Go back to high level. So how long you been in the business or around gambling, and how did you even get into it?
Actually, man, I got into it just real quick. I don't take a lot of time, but actually, I was at a golf course when I got into it, and then my uncle was always a book, car salesman, all that niche right there. And then I started playing golf with the guy, and he was telling me about he needs somebody to work for him, so I started to become a collector for him. He was paying this guy like $1,000 a week, and then 10% or whatever, and he had like 200 something players at that time. At that time, you had to drive around Dallas, right? You couldn't. There wasn't no Cash Apps or Venmos or none of that stuff. So I spent 3 days driving around down Texas collecting money. and I tell you what, and then all of a sudden I just got into it. He kind of retired, and I bought a few players and collected a few players over the years, and now I got a pretty good amount, But that's how I got into it, and I've been around it all my life. So I'm not real gadgety or smart when it comes to terminology, right? I just look at the numbers. I've always been a number guy, but I can look at a game and tell the numbers. I mean, y'all see when I post my picks or whatever, sometimes it's on the sharp side. So I just kind of, like I said, I'm not real smart when it comes to terminology like you guys. I just go down to the bare bones, man. That's where I'm from, is the bones,
But when you're, go ahead, Rick.
No, you know what is a lot of those guys that are really they know all the X and O's and every little stat and every little thing like that. They're not winning sports bettors, so
yeah,
not necessarily a bad thing that you move like that, OG. Because I mean, I know a lot of people that I was talking to the other day. I think I was talking to you about it, and I got a couple partners, and they couldn't name you 5 players on one team. Yeah. But they know how to get EV in plays, and they are between different sports books and do this and that, and they're making mountains of money doing that. So hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No, I appreciate that, man. I respect that, but I do respect all the guys that are smart. There's a couple of guys that I really like on TikTok. Me and you talked about it before. A bunch of sharp guys that we don't always agree with what they say.
Right.
But when it comes down to the basics, they know it. But there's a couple of TikTokers on there. Oh man, they're just on there for the hell of it, guy.
Yeah.
They just throwing darts up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Rick.
What surprises me the most, honestly, is the people who have the audacity to write things like such negative and then all capital letters, and it's is that real or is it like a joke?
Yeah, I
think
some
you know what I think is those people are just very miserable people, and usually, I mean, me in my lifetime, what I've realized is anyone who points out any other man's downfalls or where they came up short or where they messed up, 9 out of 10 times, them people are not very happy with their life, and that kind of helps them make them feel a little better about the shit show their life is. So. It is what it is. If that helps them out, then hey, go ahead, type it in.
Well, man,
I feel a little better about yourself. Go ahead.
I was gonna say this about you, running up, and I'm not here to kiss nobody's ass, but when you put it out there on the air that you had did some time, that you had, you had bounced back from that, right? I don't give a damn. You paid your debt, right? Everybody that's done time for a reason and whatever crime, they've paid their debt, right? So you paid your debt. So why you can't be a good guy? You know what I mean? Why you helping people? You use a lot of terms too that people don't understand, but you know what you're talking about.
I tell Wricky Fontaine this all the time. I said the way we react to all of it, we get into it. I had one guy last week. He said, "You're a clown," or he said clowns, and I said, "What about him?"
I seen that comment.
What about him? Are you gonna elaborate more or no? It's hilarious, and 9 times out of 10, none of them ever respond back, and it's great. And I think when they see, or I love to do when I get a really negative comment, I'll say something like, "Hey, thanks. We're always trying to improve the show. We really enjoy the input. Thank you. And people just don't react that way, right? So, anyways, let me get back on. There's our Goodwill segment of the day. We're over that one. We got Jimmy the Book here. He's going to be involved here and there. We really don't know how yet. I mean, other than he's coming on today as the guest to discuss the primetime games. We're going to jump right in here. We're going to go with Saturday night. We've already had the Thursday night game behind us. We're going to go to Saturday night. Patriots at Colts. Colts right around 2.5. And I think I don't know what the total is. I don't have it written down here. But what's your thoughts on this game? We'll start with you, then we'll go over to Mr. Knotz, and then I'll finish it off.
Well, in my true opinion, both of them teams are really good. Got really good steam behind them, right? They both playing well. I would have to look into the numbers a little bit more. I think that total is like 44 or something like that? 44?
45 and a hook.
Was it 45?
45 and a hook.
Okay, there you go. 45 and a hook. Which that's a short number in itself. I like them Patriots, man. Everybody's going to be probably on Indy. They might take Patriots into points, but the Colts, they're worth 2.5 points at home. I mean, being at home, so they're worth being a favorite. 2.5, 2 points at home. That's the only reason I think they're the favorite, because they're the home team,
right?
If I'm not mistaken. So, man,
well, actually, that line did open up. I believe it opened up Pat's favorite, and a whole lot of steam has came in on the Colts.
On the Colts, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I'm being old school like I am. I'm gonna ride Patriots. You know what I mean? Just the old school me is, because if that's the case, man, everybody's gonna line up on the Colts side. But I guarantee there's gonna be some sharp money move on that. I think it's gonna go back to Patriots if they're gonna get some points. That's what I believe. But that's just me.
Let me back up what OG's trying to tell you guys, because he's been around for a long time, and these are the numbers he was trying to say. 30-14 and 2 ATS is a dog, and in toss-up spreads 26-11 and 1. So I mean,
wow.
So that's what OG here is trying to tell you, that I mean, when you catch Bill as a dog, it's kind of a no-brainer. But and I can't say I disagree, but I mean, the steam is coming in for a reason, and I mean, I have been looking for a spot to try and fade the Pats. Don't think it's going to be this one, but great teaser spot for the Pats, most definitely. And I have a second leg of a live teaser on the Pats +8, so I am going to middle it with the Colts on the money line. I did it early in the week. I don't think there's no value in the money line no more. But what I'm kind of looking at here is the total. And it might be square as hell. But I mean, don't you guys think we could get to an over here? I mean,
yeah, 45, right?
Yeah. It's a square play, but hey, the squares as of late have been correct correct on everything. So I might have to ride with the squares here.
Yeah, don't misunderstand it. A lot of squares win sometimes. You know what I mean? So a lot of
they win. They have their times they win. They don't win long term, but I have no problem siding with them once in a while, and I think I would side with them on this one, and I think I'd have to go with the over here myself.
Yeah. The over looks pretty good. Sorry, you have something else, Jimmy?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I'd say that's probably a good backdoor play there. Late in the fourth quarter. Get some extra points back, and then maybe the overtime can get it done. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm gonna do exactly what you were just talking about, Ricky, that you weren't gonna do in this spot. I'm gonna take the Colts here. I know there was some value earlier, 2.5. I saw the 3 at the time, so 2.5 I'm fine with. I think the Colts get this win. Think the Patriots are gonna be flat. They've been playing phenomenal. I love the defense. It's a great team. But my gut here says this is a Colts game, and then it's one of those situations where Bill uses as a teaching moment, right, to everybody. But listen, don't get me wrong. Mac Jones has been crazy. It's just I don't want to step in front of them, just like I don't want to step in front of Brady. But I don't know.
So DJ had a lean,
all
or
good point.
going to pull the trigger on that?
It's a lean. I'm probably going to pull the trigger on the over at 45. There's no money play for me on that game. The only money is going to be on the teaser, which we'll get to later in that segment.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it's not going to make my card either, but that was just my opinion.
Yeah. No, good.
yeah.
Yeah, that's important to note. Thank you for that, Ricky. Yeah, I it's important to note that the money games I will point out.
Yeah, that's for me. When I get to the one that I like, it's going to probably make my card, which without giving my cards out, but I'll just kind of give you a wink, wink.
Yeah,
I just feel,
right.
I was always told if you're good at doing something, don't do it for free. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like giving out free plays, and I like helping them guys, right? Because there's a lot of them that need help. I had a guy inbox me real quick that had a $50. He was down to like $55 or something in his account, and he said, "Man, I just need a couple winners." So I threw a couple bones his way. I think he's running up to like $1,100.
Wow.
And he sent me $100. He's like, "Man, I'm gonna send you $100." So he cashed out me $100. Like, man, I appreciate it. I can get kids Christmas stuff. Then I told him you shouldn't be gambling.
That's crazy.
Get Christmas stuff.
Right.
But
right.
I can't
but it
save
worked
everybody.
out. It worked out. No,
it worked out.
You gave out some winners. Hey,
yeah.
there's nothing like a Saturday night game, and we're going to have a lot of football here coming up over these next couple days, all the way into Tuesday. Jumping into Sunday night football, Mr. Motherfucking Sunday night football. We're going to start with him, Mr. Knotz. What do you got here? Saints Bucks. What a game here! I'm excited about this one.
It is a game, and I mean there is so many like ways there's ways you could get on the Bucks here, just their home record, the revenge factor. And I do believe, I'm not much of a revenge guy, but I do believe in this spot that because I mean look, the Saints swept them last year, you know, and I was watching some quotes out of the Bucks locker room, and it does sound like they do have this game circled.
Okay.
And but I mean, this is a pretty big spread for a divisional game. I think we all agree on that. And I mean, here we go. We got the Saints now, which I guess I don't know. What do you want? You want Simeon, or you want Taysom Hill? The worst of two evils. What do you want? Donald Trump or Biden? I mean, this is what it feels like.
I'll take Trump.
Well, true. Oh yeah. I mean, hands down. So and that's what I was actually gonna say. Out of those two, I will take Taysom Hill, because God, Simeon is hot garbage. Kamara's back.
Trevor
Kamara's back, and we did see that offense work out a whole lot better with Kamara back. And but then you got the cross reference of the Bucks. That they are really good against the run. To me, I think this will be one that I'll probably stay off the side and if that line gets up high enough, I don't know if I'm there yet. Would it being at 11? Heavy, strong lean to the Saints side, but I think the play here is the under, my guys. I mean, what's Sean Payton gonna do? I mean, he's gonna try to pound the ball down their throat, keep that shit out of Brady's hands, right?
He ain't gonna be there. He's out for COVID. That's what I was gonna say.
No Sean Payton.
No Sean Payton, huh?
I didn't know that either. Either did I.
I think the play here, and especially, all the schmoes are going to be slamming. So maybe you wait a little. I actually, free play, how we always do gut check. And I was going to give this as my gut check, because this will be a free play. I'm going to give everybody under 46. I don't see any way this game gets over that number. I mean, divisional game, we got that system. December divisional game. And I mean, the game plan for the Saints is keep the ball out of Brady's hands. So
that's it. Yeah. And
the only problem that could happen is maybe, the Bucks end up, double digits ahead of them, and the Saints are playing from behind. And then what's going to happen? We're going to have Taysom Hill trying to play catch up, throwing the ball, and we all know how that goes. So that'll still be an under. I mean, whether if it's a Bucks blowout or if the Saints keep it close, I think either way it's an under. Undy for me, DJ.
You gonna wait till game time to see if the public pumps that one up? And
Well, it's already steaming down quite a bit. So this is one I probably wouldn't wait till game time. I think this one closes under 45, and I mean 45 isn't a huge key number, but key enough to I'd say get down sooner than later on this one on the under.
It's a key number for the under, I believe.
It is. It is. I mean, it's not a huge key number, but it's it's still. You know what? Any number is a key number if you're getting the worst of it. So
yeah,
I'll tell you what, it's gonna be a lot of sharp money pounding this under. So I'd get down on it sooner than later.
What do you got, Jimmy?
Well, I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna put my reputation out on the line, but I've had this game circled this whole week.
Wow.
When I looked at it, it was one of my favorite games of the week. I think the game's gonna be like 28-10. It's going to be somewhere around in there, 30-31. Tampa Bay's going to get theirs 28-31 to 32, 33 points at home. I guarantee you. You take the revenge factor in, like you said. My man run it up over there. But Brady's going to want to punish these guys, especially by being in the division, right? Because Brady's a cold-hearted son of a bitch. You know that.
Yes.
He wants them guys knowing his division.
And
Look,
not to mention, OG, ever since Brady has been a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, the New Orleans Saints have swept. So I do think he has his game circled as well.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I thought when that game come up, especially going to be at home, going to be prime time. I mean, I agree with the under. But I think it's going to be more Tampa Bay, and that's my VIP. I'm giving that VIP out for free. I'm giving that to all my players. Tampa Bay is going to make my card.
Wow.
I think it's going to be they'll win 13-14, somewhere around in there up to 20. I mean, it could be like a 27-7, 14 game. I mean, it's going to be around there, but I don't think it's going to be close. That's my opinion. Like I said, I'm not as sharp with a tongue like everybody is. I just look at the basic numbers, the game, the spot. And I just don't think that either one of the quarterbacks, Tyson Hill is probably a better quarterback to me because they're going to need to run the ball, right? So they're going to have him in the game, I would think.
Listen.
Hey, he's Donald Trump over Biden.
Listen. And like Ricky Fontaine's people said, anytime Taysom Hill throws the ball, it's 50-50, right?
Yeah.
So,
over 10 yards.
I mean, yeah, over 10 yards. So
10 yards, clutch your chikes. It's 50-50, it's pick or a reception.
It's going to be tough, but I'm going to lean a little bit here on the fact that I actually agree. If anybody hasn't watched the Knotz Knowledge last week, go check it out on YouTube because I think, and there's something he said in there that I think is happening this week. I think they think everybody's going to come out here, pound Tampa Bay because they got crushed last week. So they're putting a little extra into these lines. And I think the Saints, regardless, are going to play their arses off. I think they cover this. I think it's too many points. I'm taking the Saints. There is a 2-unit play on this that's booked at 11.5. I shouldn't have done that. Probably should have waited. A 12 might pop. Doesn't matter. It's dead. I don't know. I don't have any notes here that say sprinkle. And trust me, I've got uglier games on the card this week.
I'll tell you what, DJ, I would sprinkle.
Okay.
I mean, and yeah, you are completely right. The books got smacked by the favorites last week, right? What? So, I mean, they're not getting caught with their pants down. So, very likely some value in these big dogs.
That was probably one of the best videos you put out there, Rick. I mean, I love that one. You talking about the books inflating lines and all that. Believe me, that was probably one of the sharpest videos I've seen put out on TikTok in a long time. I mean, that's very true about what you were saying. So, yeah, you guys right? Y'all ride the Saints. That's good. And,
I don't know if I get there. Get there, OG. But I'll tell you what, I'm not playing the Bucks, so I'll be siding with DJ if anything. But I do like under heavy.
I'm there to go ahead.
And y'all might block me from the show from picking the Bucks.
No, we don't give a shit.
Nah, hell no.
No, we don't care.
I like it.
You know, look, OG, it wouldn't be a show if we all agreed. I mean, the beautiful part is that we don't want to all agree on everything. So,
and you know what? I don't know how. Maybe you guys can explain this to me. I don't know how you play so many sports and games. Is it more or less the numbers, because I hear a lot in college basketball that there's tremendous value there, especially nowadays, because not a lot of people are playing some of these games and the lines are just so bad.
Yeah.
Like how
College hoops has the more softer lines for sure.
Yeah, and how do you guys keep up with that or pay attention to it? It's just been so long where you just see the name of the school and it's the same thing.
No, it's the number to me. Whatever the number is, I've never looked at the school. It's the number on the road. It's the teams I like to take, getting points on the road. It's the favorites I don't play that are on the road, giving up points, certain amount of points. I have a criteria. If you go back and look at my picks, I've sent them to you. I'm very tough on college basketball. I like college basketball. I've always looked at it. That's mainly one of my main VIPs is college basketball. Because there is a criteria that I use for that as far as points.
Do you do the whole like final exam week shit, kids freaking out, that plays a factor in some of these games, or what?
Yeah, sometimes they do, especially around the holidays and the breaks. Some kids are missing being at home. They're ready to get back home. They don't give a shit about the game.
Yeah.
But you got to pay attention to the teams that are in it when it comes around Christmas time, right? The teams that are 11-0, 7-0, 10-0. Them games ones you really pay attention to. Like tonight, what was it, 9-2, North Carolina State? They were 9-2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Playing Richmond.
Yeah.
Richmond is like 6-4, I think, or something like that. Richmond had a whole lot to play for tonight. That was one of my sharpest plays I put out in months. But they were ready, and North Carolina State, they were just coming off of a big win or tie, whatever it was. They played the last game. Who was it they played as a big team that they played them really well? They come up short, though, I think, but they come up really well. But
it was
kind of
it was kind of like when Memphis just hosted Alabama recently.
Yeah.
At 3.5, and Memphis smacked them in the mouth. They had no chance with that crowd behind them, the gray court, and they had just played a tough game against Houston, I believe, in Houston.
Yeah. And that's the thing with like that game there. I put out Alabama because I never even looked at it. I just went through there and said, okay, Alabama was one.
I was on that. Yeah, I was on that.
If I'd have studied a lot more, I'd have paid attention to Memphis, but I didn't. That's just one of them games I shouldn't have put in there.
One question, OG.
Yes, sir.
I'm curious. I don't bet college hoops myself, but I've heard from a few of my partners, and I've kind of seen this myself because I started betting WNBA last WNBA season, and I've heard this from a few guys on the more like the college hoops games that you get value in are the ones nobody's really paying attention to, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Have you ever had a problem with the books setting your limits kind of low on those games?
As far as betting wise, or you mean the line wise? What are you talking about there?
No, I'm saying like your betting limit.
Oh, no. Well, it's hard for me to say because I have a huge book that I play with that is he lets me bet unlimited, but my offshore accounts that I got, they'll limit to, because you get like when you scroll up on their page, it'll say NCAA basketball, then they'll have extra games, right?
And that's the ones that they limit, right?
That's the ones that limit the extra games. Yeah. So that's a very good point.
That's what I figured. Yeah, because I started betting WNBA last season, and actually at first they were letting me get quite a bit of money down, and then after a very short amount of time they cut my limit down really low.
Yeah. They don't like giving out money.
No, they don't, and especially on lines that they know that their lines are pretty soft on those type of games.
I've already had one problem with the offshore book. I don't know if I told you. I ain't gonna say the name, but
what's crazy, OG, is the offshore books they legally cannot take action from Colorado no more. Like, I mean, Pinnacle, they used to take all my action, but they completely shut my account down. Pinnacle, Heritage,
that's where the sharpest lines.
I can't use none of those no more.
That's where the sharpest lines to me come from is Pinnacle and Heritage.
They do. Most definitely. Those are the most efficient markets. But you know why? Is they accept winning bettors over there. But I can't even. My Pinnacle account's completely dead now. It was pretty depressing to me. But
well, hey, I know a place you can get all the money you want down.
But listen, so
quick question. I want to go back to that just for the viewers who won't understand the term soft. Explain that a little bit more, Knotz, on why is that? Just because they don't know how to cap them? Is that vague? Like, or is it?
No, it's not that.
There's not a lot of handle on it.
Well, that they pay more attention to the games that they know they're gonna have handle on. And the like WNBA, that they don't get much handle on that. So it's not a big priority for them to make sure that they have. I mean, the most efficient markets that they have are obviously like NFL, NBA, college hoops on the bigger games. NHL, I think they have some somewhat soft lines from what I hear. I don't cap NHL, but I know a lot of guys say they murder NHL.
And we're gonna have some guys joining us. We're gonna have the Sinbin show, Donnie Pucks and Josh joining the crew soon. So hopefully we can get some intel there because Donnie Pucks has been murdering NHL.
Yeah,
did you say that, Jimmy?
Yeah, I like O'Donnell. I've been talking to him on his lives when he get on at night. He's a good dude. Up there from
Saskatchewan.
Yeah, Saskatchewan. Yeah. Shout out to that dude there, man. I like
that's our first true Canadian on the network.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Exciting.
I get on his matter of fact, I get on his live almost every night.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
that dude's on live like 25 hours of the 24 hours.
I know. I've never joined. I feel bad. One of these times I will. We're going to introduce him. He's next week, Jimmy. He's coming in like you are this week. So we're excited. But,
no, he's a good dude.
Funny. He's live all the time. All right, let's get back on track here. I feel like we can go in circles, but this is all good. I love it. Where were we? Saints Bucks. We're going on Monday Night Football. Monday night. And what's funny is we've got another primetime day in Tuesday. So Jimmy, you're gonna have to stick around here. Let's start with Vikings and Bears. This one pretty much, Kirk Cousins doesn't do well in the lights, but Knotz has got some Knotz knowledge here on the Bears and their ownership of Minnesota to relate to the Packers.
I had this written down, and my kids always seem to lose all my notes here, but I don't have the exact numbers, but I will tell you this. The Bears, okay, so we were talking last Sunday night about, the whole narrative of how the Packers own the Bears. Let me tell you this. This is one that don't get talked about a lot, but the Bears, I mean, if you want to say the Packers own the Bears, well then the Bears, like they more than own the Vikings. I mean,
yeah.
I don't have the exact numbers right here, but I'll tell you what, the Bears, ATS, they own the Vikings. They own them. And we got COVID problems here once again. So this is one I'm gonna sit back and see, who goes, who don't go. It's a hard game to cap when you don't know who's gonna play, my guys. But I'll tell you what, I very likely, no matter who plays or who don't play, I will very likely be on the Bears here.
Okay, let's go down to Jimmy. Jimmy, what do you got on this one?
And I'm kind of like him. I'm kind of waiting to see, but I'm going to put this out there. I think the Bears money line is the play. I think the Bears money line is the play.
Like it.
I like that.
Plus 215 right now.
Yeah, Kirk, it's good value there, right? Yeah. Great value for the Bears money line. Now I would take the points. What are they? A dog?
6. Yeah, 6. 6,
especially on a primetime night. I mean, that's one of my golden rules. It don't always work, right? It don't always. But
Fontaine, that's a strong special. Yeah, he's a primetime dog guy.
Yeah, I love it. I don't play nothing else unless they're a dog on primetime. And my primetime is Monday nights, right? My prime
I was going to say, unless it was Thursday, you played.
Yeah, my prime times are not Thursday nights, Tuesday night. Monday nights, all 30 years around it. It's always been Monday Night Football for me.
Okay.
Right. If you deal with a local book, when's the last night of the week for him? It's Monday night, right?
Yep, right.
That's the way it goes. But so I think the Bears is alive. If you want to know the truth about it, I think the Bears are alive. I think I'm gonna have to hold my feet to the fire, but I'm sure.
He said live dog of the week. The Bears.
There's your money line dog of the week. Bears from Jimmy to book. Listen, I'm with you on this. I literally have here Bears plus 6 sprinkle money line, because this is just a
Yeah.
Bears game at home, especially. You're going to do this on a Monday night. Justin Fields back-to-back primetime nights. I think he's going to he's gonna not stare down some receivers this week. Watch some film. I think he'll be okay. Kirk Cousins under distress picks. I can't stand him. So, but again, I wouldn't be surprised. 6 too many points. All right, there's another one though. Another one. Vegas Raiders at Cleveland. We'll start with Knotz again here.
So this one, to anybody watching this, don't play a side, because I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to go read you down the whole list. I started writing it down here. I mean, Browns, we got AJ Green, COVID protocol, Hunt, Laundry, Mayfield, Case Keenum, Mayfield's back up. On defense, we got Greg Newsome, Ronnie Harrison. I mean, I could just go. I mean, basically the whole Browns team is out, so you can't play aside until you know who's playing here. But I'll tell you what, where the value is here, and look, all these big names on the offense getting ruled out, what happened? That total just shoots down, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this Raiders defense is hot garbage, my guys. Hot garbage.
Is it down to
They do have a
39?
good
Is
offense.
it 39 now?
I mean, the Browns, I mean, they got, I mean, I started writing down this list here. It looks like their whole defense is out. Why is this line moving down? Give me the over. Easy play. I locked it in at 40. It went down to, I think it went down all the way down to like 38 in the hook. But I think the value here is completely on the over. I mean, on the side, I guess you got to wait and see who the fuck's going. But
Yeah, I think in that game the Browns is the trailer, right? I think they are the trailer hook to the truck, and the truck being the Raiders. So, they're gonna have to pull the ass into that to get it over. But I like the overplay, right? If you say all them players are out, the protocol, COVID, and all that, where's the scoring gonna come from? Going to, if they're gonna have to score at least 10, 14, for it to get over, and I think they can do it. But the Raiders gonna throw the ball, right? They're gonna move the ball. So if I was gonna pick a side, it'd be the Raiders too. If what you say is true, all the players out, right? I mean, that's just
they are at this moment. I mean, I just started reading some of them off. I checked it before we got on the show, and there was even more off. So I was like, God, I don't know what to do with this game. I mean, what are the Browns gonna do? Go pull some guys off the street? I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're literally saying this week there are going to be people playing football that are suited up because the NFL is not going to cancel these games.
Yeah, and that's pitiful. That's pitiful. I think there's another good guy coming to your show, Dave, that made a video about that today on TikTok. What's his name? The sports guy. Looks like he's always at a bar.
I forget his name. I saw him on. He was on some sort of a show. I forget his name.
Ben, the sports guy.
No, I don't think it's Vegas. He's got a little red logo on his TikTok
yeah, he does. I asked him. I don't know if he responded.
He told me he's been inboxing me. We've been talking about plays, picks and stuff, and he was saying something about you asked him to be on the show. And
yeah,
I think he's going to be involved. Hey, he's a good dude too. He's real sharp. That's good move.
Okay, good. Yeah, I saw him. I loved him. Listen, this game for me, earlier in the week, we talked about this earlier, Knotz. I had Raiders +6. All hell broke loose. I don't have any money down on it.
+9.5. You got him.
Yeah. Completely off the game now, but I love your analysis on 39 the over. That's where I would lean and come Monday night. That's probably the play. Real quick before I forget here. I don't know if Ireland sent me his picks, but I do have Rick's picks, and he'd be pissed if I didn't go over these real quick. So give me a second.
Oh, I want to hear him.
All right. Saturday night special. We got a 2-team parlay from your boy Wricky Fontaine. We got Pat's money line and the Undy 46. Completely.
Oh shit,
opposite.
you going against us, DJ?
My boy.
Yeah. Okay. And then we've got Sunday night football 2-team money line dog parlay. We've got Bengals money line, which I like. Ravens money line. This is plus 100. Don't like that. And then 100 pays 590. Sunday night football special. Saints take the points +12 +11. And then Monday Night Football, 2-team parlay, Browns money line and the Bears money line.
Oh,
Okay, let's get back to it. That was Monday night. So normally this is where we would part ways, Jimmy, but we've got a Tuesday game. We've got 2 Tuesday games. This is insane. When was the last time you guys watched a Tuesday game? It had to be last year during COVID. I think there was. Was there one game?
Yeah, it was Pittsburgh Ravens. I think it might have been Wednesday, actually.
I think there was 2 back-to-back weeks they had that, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the Washington football team at the Philadelphia Eagles. This line anywhere at I think Knotz, correct me if I'm wrong here, 5.5. I don't. My book,
it's all over the place, bro.
The one book I'm using doesn't even have it, but I think the other one might. Jimmy, you guys got this thing up or what?
I'd have to look. I haven't looked on it today, but I'm sure it does. All my games are out.
Well, here's
the
problem. Here's the problem. Here is last I checked, Heineken is not
playing
officially in or out, and Hunt is questionable, and then Allen, the backup for Heineken, is COVID protocol. So I mean, we don't know who in the hell is going to be the quarterback.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I'll tell you what. I locked in the second this line came out. I locked in Philly -2 hook, and I'll tell you why. It's December. This is system play. You got a team who can run the football the way Philly's running that ball down people's throat. Give me that team. And defense, I mean, I think Philly's for real, my guys. I don't care if Hurts goes or not. I really don't. I mean, I think this Philadelphia Eagles team is for real. Give me the Eagles. Easy play for me.
Well,
what do you got here?
Yeah, well, here we go. I'm glad the world is not all the same. It's going to be one of those speeches. I love the Washington football team. Love them.
All right.
Yeah, I love them. I love the fight in them. You take the quarterback away, yeah, but they still, even though they give up some points, they still got a lot of heart on defense. Special teams going to make some plays. And I guess some of that because I'm not even an Eagles fan. I don't like the Eagles. I don't like any of them. Well, but people can't take me with a grain of salt anyway.
Well, what are your teams? You got any teams for the NFL? What do you like? Who do you like?
Yeah, I did 30 years ago before I started betting on them. But
now you like whoever wins. That's who we like.
Whoever wins every week. Whoever wins.
Whoever cash that ticket up.
Whoever cash that. I got
14 favorite teams every week. I got 14 favorite teams.
Let me ask you a quick question. Because Fontaine has a lot. Do you guys have a lot of NFL gear? Or do you only have your team's gear? Just out of curiosity. No right or wrong answer. Just wondering.
Yeah. I was just telling last night the hockey guy, the hockey guru you got coming. I have a Pat Tillman signed jersey from Arizona Cardinals, and I caught him at the airport when he signed it.
Oh wow!
So I have that. Yeah, I have that, and I have the Tyler Rose, Earl Campbell signature on a Houston jersey. But I catch these people. These are where I go wait in line and they sign them for you. Set Pat Tillman. I caught him at the airport.
Wow!
But one of my it was awesome. My dad used to know a lot of athletes in Dallas, right? And when you go to DFW in Dallas, they used to go out there where you can just go up to them and sign autographs. They get off the same plane as everybody else, right?
Right.
They went through the same gates 30 years ago, 40 years ago. But one of my favorite things of all time that I got is a Bucky Dent autographed baseball bat. That's one of my favorite deals. So yeah, I do have a couple of signature jerseys I like. So
okay. What about
me? I'm not a homer. I don't bet with my heart, but you will never catch me dead in anything other than Broncos, Nuggets, Rockies, Avalanche. That's it, my guys.
Yeah, and that's how I've been forever. My father-in-law, we buy him every year. He gets a new NFL polo, and I'm pretty sure he's got every team, but there's also teams that he doesn't want. I can't wait to do that show with him. I don't know when it'll be. It's fucking phenomenal because I'm just so proud that I've contributed to probably 6 of those shirts. I think it's the Ravens I've bought him, the Patriots, but he's they're KC fans. They're in Missouri, so Kansas City and then Bears because I married into the family. But they laugh at my shit. Like when I walk in, they're like, so like, what's going on? And I'm like, dude, I don't fucking know. Nat Nagy, it's a joke.
That's awesome.
You know what though, DJ? Just to back you up on something there. So last week, you know, I made the mistake of so I looked at a lot of the lines and I saw, you know, 2-3 points. The one line I saw a whole lot of value was that Jets against the Saints. I thought that should have been. I thought that should have been Saints -2, and I bet the Jets. And what I really didn't think about is when you're playing teams like this in December, you got to play teams that are really fighting still. The Jets ain't that. The only team that I feel like is a team that's play on right now where you can get line value is the Bears. They're fighting, my guy.
Yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
are.
Yeah.
And I mean, Nagy, it looks to me like they're fighting for Nagy. So, hey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, for sure. All right. Real quick on the Eagles game, I like Philly. I'm with you guys on that one. All right, Seattle versus the Rams, another heavily impacted team due to COVID. We'll start with Jimmy. Jimmy, what do you got here? Seattle at LA, 5.5, 6.5. It's kind of spread out here. Tuesday night. This is the last game of the week.
Man, I'm just going to go real easy, short, and simple. I'll take Seattle on the road plus the money. Okay. I like Seattle. Man, every time I want to get something against Seattle and they're getting points, they always demolish me, right? It's just one of them deals. They may not win, but I think the Rams coming off a big week, you know, I think it's a letdown spot right here. To me, right, there ain't no signs of a sandwich game or, you know, letdown. I just think personally it's a letdown spot.
Yeah.
Big game. And Seattle's a good enough team that can beat them. Seattle can beat them.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't think they're playing for anything. Are they eliminated from the playoffs yet? I mean,
they're done. So it's going to come down to, like, you know, Russell, the guys getting pumped up for Carroll. I think they play for him on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if
what do you think, DJ? You think Carroll's still the Hawks coach next season?
No.
He's done.
It's over. And I feel, you know, it's over. It was a great run. Loved him.
Yeah.
But he's got and you know, that's the question is, like,
hey, and is Russ still there next year? Probably not.
And that's what I'm saying. Are those two getting together in an office and saying, yo, let's go have some fun today? And Russ airs it out, throws for 400, 5 TD. You know, there's still a Russ game coming here. Where is it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even have to say much either. I just completely back up everything both you guys say. Let down spot for the Rams. Guess we have to see what I mean, honestly, you know, probably right now is the time to play the line because it's not like Seattle's having COVID issues. So we got a 6. I'll take the Hawks plus 6.
Yeah, because they can be beaten. The Hawks can beat any team in the NFL. So I totally agree with that. The only real quick thing I want to say about the quarterback, Russ needs a move like Stafford did. That would be awesome for me. Now he does. He's got a couple good receivers. He got one young receiver that's awesome, right? Metcalf is a third. Yeah, and he's got an older one.
Bring him to the Broncos, man. Bring him over here. We'll take him over here.
No, I know who you're talking about. The guy that I'm drawing a complete blank. They throw deep to him all the time. Seattle.
Yeah. He's one of the best. He's one of the best there is. That's been in Seattle for a while.
Oh, the other guy, the small guy who goes deep. Knotz.
Yeah. What's the other one?
What's his name? They connect with him all the time.
The
little dude. He's been playing for a while.
Yeah, been playing with him for a while. He's the opposite of Metcalf.
Yeah.
What is his name? He's a good player.
We're drawing a blank. We're all. This is a perfect example of, yes, we win money gambling because we don't fucking care what the players are. We just see the numbers. This is a perfect fucking example.
Uh,
And I hate him for it.
honestly,
I
don't
hate
know
him.
what
No,
that
he
looks like.
catches every pass. He's caught in he catches a deep ball every game from Russell Wilson.
yeah, he's
Hold
used
on.
to
I'm
be
just gonna look it up. I'm right here. This is
he used
pissing
to
me.
be a fantasy house. You know, that's something that used to get all the fantasy points.
Oh yeah. Tyler Lockett.
Yeah.
Oh, lock it.
Yeah. Shit, that's pitiful.
Oh my God. All right, Jimmy, listen, man, any final words here? Obviously, welcome to the network. We love you here at Hashmark Sports. Jimmy the Buggy. You know, listen, you've got insights, you know, you see numbers, you see lines. Maybe there's some free plays here and there. We love it. And you're gonna be a big part of the sports show here in some way, somehow, and obviously always promoting what you and Knott's got going on.
Yeah, no, I appreciate the opportunity. Look, I understand I'm not going to be a regular guest. You got other stuff going on, right? And people going to get. I do talk a lot, and I do talk slow. I guess I'm just pure country. So,
No, we
but
like that. We're it's all about community. I mean, listen, once the website's up, you're gonna have your own thing. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. It'll be real easy for you too, because you don't have to do much. Just record a little bit.
yeah, no, when it comes to that, man, I appreciate anything I do to help you. You're a great dude, man. You inbox me and say, hey, be part of this.
Yep.
You know, and I was happy to do it. Look, out of everybody here, I'm the only one with 500 followers. Everybody else got over 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 followers. So I'm small fry compared to everybody else. But I believe the content I put out is worth a lot.
That's why we're here, right? So I can explain it to everybody kind of in a nutshell. When you think about Hashmark Sports, you think about the Hashmark show, specifically Hashmark Sports and the brand of Hashmark. There's a lot of hash marks on a football field, and all those hash marks have to make up a football field. If you don't have them, you can't have a football field. Well, without the community, people from TikTok, everybody coming together, we can't have a camaraderie or a group of community people. So I see all these people out there. I need to come together. This is where we're going to come together right here on Hashmark Sports.
Yeah, just real quick, hey, my boy, run it up, man. Hey, I love your show, dude. Keep it up. You got my phone number. Both of y'all do. Text me anytime, right?
Most definitely, OG.
I was telling you that the other day. No matter what, we were talking about business, but we was like, all right, we'll be friends. You know, that means more to me than business, right?
Any day of the week.
I quit doing
That's
this
how
for the
business
money.
happens.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I quit worrying about the money 15 years ago. So I'm more building relationships. You know what I mean? So
good.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man, and y'all hit me up anytime you get ready.
We are ready to go, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Ricky knows where I'm at. I'm in it for the money, but that's totally different story. That's all right, you know. One day I won't be. But thanks so much for coming on, Jimmy. We appreciate it, man.
All right, buddy. I'll be good.
All right, see you.
All right, OG.
All right, buddy.
All right, so you heard right there from Jimmy the Book and Wricky Knotz. Again, what a great duo. I think we might have a future show in play here with just us three, trio, not sure. CI, Rick, look out. No. Rick had the week off. Mr. Ireland had the week off. Next week, everybody's back at the desk. All right, make it a great, and we'll see you next week. Actually, we are going to do a show next week. For people who are wondering what the hell we're going to do, we're going to do a show next week. Christmas show, Christmas extravaganza. As you can see, I've got all these decorations around me right now. I was trying to get everybody else on there, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. I'll figure it out later. But again, my apologies go out to Wricky Knotz. I literally did not mean to fall asleep during the recording. It's the first time that's ever happened to me. It will not happen again. I do apologize to the Knotz family publicly here. I don't want to fuck around with that shit. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. What else do we got here? We've got a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, we'll be back next week with everybody full house. Rick, CI, Wricky Knotz. We'll do this again at the right time next week, Thursday, so we can get this thing out to you guys earlier. That's going to do it for this week right here on the Hashmark Sports channel here on YouTube. Again, this is the Hashmark Show, official show of Hashmark Sports right here on YouTube. Again, you can find us on TikTok. I am Dave Evergreen. Don't forget, you can find Wricky Knotz at Run It Up Consulting. He's got picks. He's got a 10-pack available right now. Go check that out. It's a Supermax play for Sunday. And then as well as our guy, Jimmy the Book, go check him out. His VIP group, they're doing great things there. Their VIP nightly wins just have been phenomenal. They've been on fire, and quite honestly, getting the whole bowl package for $70 is a steal. So make sure you get ahead of that. I'm going to go take another nap. I got to go. Enjoy your week 15. We'll be back week 16. Big time, John. Until then, remember, place the bet because you believe so, not because we said so.